gonna have to cover me.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
the
I'm
guard.
outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it all from boom back to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
It's fine. You didn't know. There's charges on the wall. Look on the right side by your bed.
What
and
up,
you'll see.
everybody?
Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen once again. It is another episode of Knicks N Ish. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fraz Taz, here in the building. Pardon me. And of course, y'all know who's with me. I got the first lady of Knicks N Ish, Mrs. Knicks, always in the building. And you know, I had to bring the co-host out, live and direct, our beloved co-host, Kev Rodriguez in the building. Hit me with the Shelly. Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
It's a late night. Another late night.
Shelly. That is a fact. That is a late night Shelly. As y'all just watched, the Knicks come out of Portland with a 114-113 overtime victory. The game winner by our beloved Manhattan Bridges tonight. Wonderful stuff we got to talk about here. But as always, let me get. I'm gonna get there. Let me get into my usual. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always. Karen, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you got your notification bell set to all so y'all get all notifications when we go live. And let me see who's in the comments on Deuce in the building. As always, valid supporter over here, Knicks N Ish. This is the new name, y'all.
My man, that's
P.
my brother.
Garcia. Oh, okay.
brother
I'm
Petey.
saying it's a new name. Haven't
brother.
seen it. Haven't
Yeah.
seen it. What had nothing bad to say about it. I just haven't seen the name. Shout out to P. Garcia in the building. That's right. Let's go Knicks all day. Maddie Smooth in the building. We see you know it's late night vibes. You know we up. We appreciate everybody who here rocking with us on the late night once again. Y'all know these West Coast trips are killing not only for us but for y'all as well. You know what I mean? We understand that. So we appreciate everybody who here right now. And panel, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Let me hear it. I need to hear reaction on this Portland Knicks game. Marsh one in the building. Salute.
Marsh one was goody, bro.
Talk to me, my panel.
Start it off, sis. Do you?
Talk to me.
Heart attack. I'm way too old for games like today.
But I just got one request, sis.
You know, 27
Let me hear
of
that.
them things.
That's what I like to
27
hear.
assists. I take it. It was a really hard fought game, and you got to show love to Portland. They fought their ass off. I think there was like, with the game winner, that was 42
Lead changes
in the game,
Yep.
which is the most in the NBA this season. So that tells you how hard they wanted, how hard they played, and how bad they wanted to win today. But it also shows you the dogs that we got on our team, right? And as fucked up as it is for JB to be hurt, and as much as we need him and love him, not having him is showing us what our team really is. And it should be showing fans, it should be giving fans enough to start appreciating what we have, right? Because we could just be losing these games, right? We don't got our clutch guy. This is easily a game we lose. We don't have our leader. We could have easily lost Sacramento as well. But
Yeah.
our guys are finding a way to win. OG and Mikal had amazing motherfucking games today.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing games. They
Yeah.
both uh demanded a double team every time they touched the ball. And they made either a great shot or the right play to get a good shot and to get a score. We had a little bit of defensive lapse towards the end of the game, but I take it as we're human. Shit happens. This has been to what feels like a forever West Coast trip because this shit feels long as fuck. um, but again, you find a way to win. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures. Like, that's great to see. It's great to see Mikal with 33 points. I mean, I'm going to end it with this. Fuck them 5 picks.
Six picks. Six
Six,
6
picks.
six.
picks.
Yeah, six.
6 picks.
Big facts.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I watched the game. I missed most of it, but cause I gotta keep it funky. But I saw the last 2 minutes of the
7.
fourth quarter to the overtime, right? And like I said yesterday, remember, this is how you learn to win games without your star play. Let's call him a star, because that's what he
Facts.
is. All right. This is learning how to win games without your star player. There you go, right there. This
Superstar
game right
player.
here, your superstar player. This is the
Mm-hmm.
kind of game that you go over there and steal without your superstar. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Big plays down the stretch. It was a little, we dropped the ball
Shaky.
towards the end, little shaky on defense.
Yeah.
But listen, you gotta tip your hat to School Henderson. School Henderson is not trash. This team,
Nah,
this Portland Trailblazer team is not trash. Okay.
by
They're
far.
Like,
well
they are not.
coached.
They are well.
Well
They
coached.
are well coached. They got some good young talent on that team. And if you don't play, if you don't play defense, they gonna hurt you. And towards the end of the game, they hurt us. And sometimes where we dropped the ball, they took advantage of those situations, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of those mistakes that the other team makes, and they made us pay. They made us pay. But guess what? We've been begging Mikal Bridges all year long. We know you can do this. Fuck all that negative shit that whatever the media and whatever these shaky ass fans gotta say. Keep playing your game. Keep going out there. Just be fucking more aggressive. And look the kind of game that we get tonight just by you doing that. Just by you doing that, playing aggressive, not playing scared. Yo, give me the rock. I'm gonna take this buzzer beating this shot to win the game for us. That's what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about, Mikal Bridges. That's the type of game that I want you to play from here on out.
Facts.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, I definitely agree. And one thing I'm going to say about this Blazer team, they are not to be slept on. They've beaten some of the top teams in the West this year. In fact, they blew out Phoenix back-to-back games. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a team you take lightly. You don't take nobody lightly at all, because on
Mm-mm.
at any given game, a team can surprise you. All right. First off, let me shout out Jay Hart first off, because he had a lot of key rebounds in the last 5 minutes of the fourth into overtime. Okay. Now, if Josh Hart didn't grab these rebounds, we wouldn't have had the second chances to score on these buckets to keep the game out of reach. All right. Let's just be real. I think he had like 5 or 6 straight rebounds in that little stretch that allowed us to get some second chances and get some buckets off of them second chances to keep them at bay before it got to the overtime. Um, In fact, Josh Hart was 1 assist away from a triple double. He had 11 points, 11
Right,
rebounds, and 9
right,
assists.
right.
Played 42 minutes, so he played almost the whole game. Another 20-point outing from OG, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He hit 3 3-pointers tonight. I don't like the fact that he was taking a lot of 3-point shots though, because a lot of them shots I don't think he should have took. He didn't really have an open look. You had a man that's like right there on you. You shouldn't even be. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it was a catch and shoot, I probably wouldn't have took the shot myself. I would have just waited. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Cat had 21 and 7, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Them 2 3-pointers was huge and keeping us in the game because if he don't hit them 3-pointers, we lose this game. We lose this game if Cat don't hit them back-to-back threes. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shout out Deuce McBride. Real talk, he's been holding it down crazy since Brunson's been out. Don't get me wrong, these numbers aren't super stellar, but for the game, it really meant a lot.
He
11
had
points, 5
major blocks
assists,
in that overtime.
Yes,
His
four
yes.
defense was
steals.
His
insane
defense,
in
yo,
that
that block
overtime.
on that block on do your
School
thing.
Henderson.
Yeah,
School
Yeah.
Henderson. I
yeah.
was getting there, but y'all good. Y'all good. I was just about to get to that. But
Oh
see,
shit.
this is how you know the team knows what I'm about to say. This is how you know we do what we do over here, right? I don't even got to say half the time. They know what I'm about to say. You see this, right, y'all? Shout out Nilo in the building. Yes, it was bang at
Bang
the end.
bang, Nilo.
But
Bang bang, Nilo. Bang
to get
bang bang.
to get back to Deuce real quick, he had 11 points, 5 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. And the blocks, like the panel said, were at the most critical time in the game where the game is on the line and School Henderson could have won the game with that layup. Deuce
Yeah.
McBride blocks his shot, forces them to get another possession, prolongs the game. Now, of course, y'all know I was saving the best guy for last. Y'all already know. Big shout out tonight to Manhattan Bridges, right? 33 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. 13 to 21 from the field. 50% from three. 5 to 6 from the line. Wait a minute. All you Knicks fans, right? All you Knicks fans who was talking about the lack of production with Mikal Bridges, guess what? He was brought in for situations just like this one tonight.
You see what your
Because
boy
y'all do.
posted?
I'm yo,
I can't.
yo, sis, I'm gonna send you this pic that Huck Porty put up.
Yeah, I just
You
posted
saw
it
it?
out.
You
She
saw
just,
it?
yeah, she just put it up.
I'm gonna put it in the DM so you can see what I'm talking about. I think that's another one, not that
Oh,
one.
that's another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's a different one. Yeah.
I think this one is more like okay, here you go.
hmm
My bad,
but
Fred.
yeah,
But
nah,
since
you
we
good,
talking
man.
about it, let's see it.
Yeah, yeah. Pull it up on the screen. And here it is, inbound. Josh Hart
What a
gets the ball
fucking
right back to
shot.
Bridges and
What?
everything. But wait, let me also add, right? Brunson's not the only clutch player we have on the team. Y'all forget we brought Mikal Bridges in for purposes like this, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But y'all be forgetting that though. All y'all Knicks fans who was talking smack, right? Oh, Mikal Bridges ain't putting on. Well, what do you have to say about the last few games, you naysayers? I'm
Wait.
waiting. No, it's 6 picks, Nilo. It's 6. We gave him 6 picks for Mikal Bridges. They got 5 first-rounders from us and a second-round pick, I believe. It was 6 picks they got from us. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that
No one cares about those picks. No one
Nope.
facts.
cares. I don't
We're
care.
Nope.
glad you have them. Thank you for Manhattan Bridges, because this is why we brought him over here, to have another clutch player on the team and not just put everything on Jalen Brunson in the clutch. Don't y'all get it? Don't y'all get it? I don't know what we have to keep telling y'all for y'all to understand why Bridges is an important piece here on the Knicks. This game should show you why.
Yep.
Mikal Bridges has the capability of scoring. We've seen that. He done dropped 40 on the squad earlier this year. He's got a couple of 30-point games this year. All right? Now look, Mitty Mikal at his finest. At his finest tonight. He was Mitty Mikal all night long.
Yeah. And the thing is that, you know, he's so smooth with it when it comes to the midi. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And listen, even attacking the basket, like he could take it at will.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him because I forgot the kid's name, but there's this one kid, Portland guy, who's a really gritty defender. He's the kid that fouled out.
Tumani
Oh,
Kamara. I already know who you was saying,
Yeah,
bro. I know who
bro.
you talking about
He
already,
he's a
bro.
really
Telling
good
you.
defender, bro. He's a
Yes,
really
he
good
is.
defender. And but Macau still, taking control of the game is what we needed him to do, bro. These are the kind of
Mm-hmm.
games that this is why we got you. This is why we gave up 6 picks for you. This is why they're
Yeah.
gonna start from now on. My name, my Net fans made a name for him, 6 pick Mick. And here, this is the game. This is why we gave up the 6 picks. This is why. You
yep.
know what I mean? And I'm not mad at it. I'm Listen, though I'm not even worried about those picks. Keep having more games like this, Macau. You know what I'm saying? Take control of the game because at the end of the day, towards the end of the season, going into the playoffs, these are the kind of games that we need from Mikal Bridges until
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson comes back, bro. These guys on this team, they all gonna have to hold the fort until he comes
Yeah.
back. It don't matter if it's Macau, if it's OG, if it's Josh, if it's Cat. Look at Deuce down the stretch making key blocks that we needed. Key defensive plays. It wasn't even on the offensive end. It was on the defensive end that he made those plays. So
Yep.
it's gonna be a lot of team. We're gonna lead a lot of these hard fought where these guys play together as one in order to win these games down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, here's another thing that we need to talk about. The Knicks forced 23 Portland turnovers tonight. Again, the defense is picking up the production. And this is what's going to happen in games if we play defense like this every night.
Mhm.
Expect it. Because we have a lot of great defenders on our team, y'all. We have a lot of great defenders. It's just that, when it comes down to the end of the game, sometimes they're just, it just doesn't happen the way we want it to. Let's just be honest. All right.
Yo, like that closeout on Shaden Sharp. I'm so glad he missed the three. But he
Yeah,
was
because that
fucking wide open.
Wide
Nobody,
open.
bro, nobody. That I ain't gonna play that one sequence right there. It really pissed me off. Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
yo,
hmm
it's
Cause that
this
was right
black
out of an inbound. Out of an inbound. That should never
right.
yeah.
happen.
And mind you, 2 possessions ago, you just let Scoot Henderson get a wide open three shot. Two
Right.
possessions
Right.
before that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's like, come on,
So those are plays that they're gonna have to go back to the film and be like, yo, this right here is unacceptable because had that
hmm
been a real good 3 point like Derek White or or one of those big dogs that could knock down the three, yo, that's a L right there. That's a L
Yeah,
right there.
Facts.
I agree. I agree
That's an L
totally.
right there. So, Tibbs gotta call these guys out in the film room and be like, yo, y'all gotta close out on plays like that because that shot could have made a whole difference in the world for the Trailblazers.
And let
Yep.
me also big up Mitch Robinson for also having a key block in that stretch with
Yep.
Deuce McBride at the end of the game. Because if he wasn't there, again, like Cap just said, we taking that L.
And not only that, but that bullshit call on Mitchell Robinson.
Oh,
I
like
thought that was
this one, this
yeah,
one,
yeah, I thought that was so
this
Yeah,
one,
weak.
he was straight
I
up.
this one.
I
Literally.
thought
You know what it
that
was?
was
He was in the circle. That's the only thing I can be mad at on that play. All right. Because his hands was up. His hands was up. He did not lean in. He was just straight up. He was vertical. So it wasn't nothing with Mitch for the contact. But where Mitch was standing, he was just inside the circle. So they had to make that call. You know what I'm saying? That was the only bad part about that play for Mitch, that he was in the circle. If he wasn't in that circle and he blocked that, game over. Game over. Right. But I will say this, y'all. It is good to be 2-2 on this 5 game road trip where everybody thought we was gonna be like 1-4. You know
and
what
not
I
only
mean?
that, all the people that said we couldn't compete with all these teams in the West, and we showing y'all that we could compete with anybody, even with
Well,
our superstar out.
that's a fact because we've been showing that the last few seasons on these West Coast road trips. In fact, that we've been winning games. Look at how we've been dominating Denver in Denver the last few seasons. Look at how we've
Memphis,
dominated Minnesota in Minnesota the last few seasons. Like you just said, Kev, look at how we beat Memphis, violated them at the Garden, and then beat them on their home floor.
right,
Right?
right.
And to go back to Phil's comment, that's why you heard me saying what I was saying about Mikal earlier, because all these extremist Knicks fans who not even giving him a chance. This is his first year in New York. You got to
Right.
give the man a chance to show he could be of value to us. And
And
tonight, go ahead, Kev. Go ahead,
no,
Kev.
no, go ahead, finish off, finish off.
Now, now, I was just gonna say, and if you don't see the value that we have in Bridges right now with the things that he could provide, even without Brunson on the floor, then just don't be Knicks fans and give me your Knicks fan pass right now.
But
Give
like
it to me. Go ahead, Kev.
my thing with this whole Macau thing is the media, the fans. Y'all gotta understand this is his first year. This is something that just happened before the fucking season started. These guys are all learning. Listen, he's not he's not learning from the coaches that was in Brooklyn. Okay? He's not learning from them. He's learning from a real coach, a real system in Tom with Tommy T. You know what I mean? Then you got all these new got Cat. You got Cat, campaign. You got a new rookies. Everybody's all new. This is gonna take time. It's still look at how far we into the season, and they still trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Even
While
McCall,
winning.
while
That's the
winning.
thing.
Right, while winning, we are still out here trying to figure it out as a new team in its first year. And look
At
at the things
42
that
and
and we
23.
42 and 23. And the guy that y'all was complaining about the most comes through, puts the team on his back, and hits a game-winning shot. And
He
y'all
sure
still
did.
and y'all still will not tip your hat.
Nope.
This is crazy to me, bro.
It's
But that's just
pathetic.
Yeah.
listen, that's just New York for you.
Yo,
That's just
bro,
New
in
York for
fact,
you.
yeah, let me add on to that real quick, Kev, right? Let me add on to that real quick. In fact, of the 8 points the Knicks scored in overtime, Bridges has 5.
I'm
So what
saying,
are we talking about? The other 3 came from a Deuce McBride 3-pointer. What are we talking about?
fucking Deuce, man. Yo, Deuce came a long way too, man.
He
Like
sure has,
watching,
man.
yo, listen, let me tell you this before my battery died, right? Watching Deuce blossom into the player that he's become to me in front of my eyes, bro. You know, I'm just ecstatic, bro. It because usually we don't get to see stuff like this as Nick fans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we always trade away our players with the old management. We either trade away our players or it just doesn't work out.
Yeah,
But yo, with Deuce McBride and the treatment that he got going back to the G League, coming back to the NBA, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then now he gets all these minutes, and how you notice how he's worked on his game, because you could see that he worked on his game. There is no doubt about it. That man has
yeah.
worked on his game. You could see that he's been working with Jalen Brunson. You could see Jalen Brunson put him under his wing. I think
That's a fact.
Mrs. Nick showed me earlier the record with Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride on the floor. And to me, I'm like, Jesus Christ, yo, put some fucking respect on my man Deuce McBride, bro. Like you gotta give flowers to that young kid who's going out there time and time again and earning respect from his teammates, from the coaches, down to up to the front office. Like this kid has really worked hard, and yo, I tip my hat to Deuce McBride and give him all the flowers in the world, because that one block down the stretch on School Henderson was killing us taking it to the basket, bro. This nigga was going to the basket at will, and Deuce made that block, and that was huge for us down the stretch, man. Shout out to Deuce McBride, bro.
Wait, can I name this stat real quick? Is this accurate? Let me see if this is accurate. So according to this stat I'm looking at, with Deuce and Jalen Brunson playing on the floor, the Knicks are 34-18. Is that accurate?
On the court together, I don't know. The
Yeah,
stat.
that's what it's saying here, according to StatMuse. Right, I'm on StatMuse. I'm looking at StatMuse right now because it has the record
Okay.
with everybody, and I think that's this season as well. Yeah, it is this season. This season, okay. So this season, according to StatMuse, which is a very viable source for statistics, by the way, people, because we only deal with viable sources over here. All right. The Knicks are 34-18 with Deuce and Jalen Brunson playing together this season.
Mm,
That is impressive.
very. Hey, Philip, like you got to remember though, after an injury like that, anybody that comes back from an injury, it takes time for you to come back and get
At
back
least,
into the rhythm that you was in already prior. You know what I mean? Because that take now you gotta take care of that injury. You're not playing, so it kind of like, yeah, that injuries kind of deflate whatever you did until that point. So now he got to work his way back from the injury, and now he got to get back to the way he was before. And yo, so far, he's to me he was having a breakout season as it is, and I think the
mhm.
little injury kind of slowed him down a bit. But now, listen, like I said last night, I'm not scared to see Deuce McBride shoot that 3 pointer if I need him to
Facts.
shoot it.
He gonna shoot it,
He is
and
not
he
scared
gonna
to
hit.
shoot. He is not scared to shoot, bro. And that's what I love about Deuce. He is not scared of the fucking lights, the limelight. He's not scared
Big
of the
facts.
moment. If I need to fucking take this shot to put my team in first, I'm taking this shot and I'm gonna knock it down on you.
Yeah. And what up, cuz? Salute to Jimmy J1 in the building on a late night
Jimmy J,
check-in. What
J.
up, cuz? What up,
What
cuz?
up, Jimmy J?
Word, he know what
Yeah,
it is,
man.
man.
But
But
but yo,
listen,
let me
man.
before you start off, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to dip. My battery's about to die. Um, Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody that pulled up. I appreciate y'all too, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning and y'all up here watching fucking Knicks N Ish with us after
Big
this
facts.
fucking
Super
huge
facts.
game by fucking our team to get this hard fought win by the New York Knicks. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.
Shout out to Big
Peace, y'all.
Bro.
Love y'all,
We'll
man.
see
Love
y'all
y'all, man.
later, man.
All right,
See
man.
you later, Big Bro.
Later.
But yeah, y'all. Don't forget, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. You know. Yeah, man, this is a really big win for us. I mean, hold on. I gotta dig into this a little bit. I gotta talk about a few things. Now notice, y'all, we got out rebounded tonight, 52-38. Right? They killed us on the offensive glass, 21-11.
They were hounds.
And yeah, they literally Avija by himself, all right, had like 15 rebounds tonight. All right. He was killing us. The first quarter, he had like 7 rebounds. I was like, God damn. I said, this nigga's playing. I said, he gonna try and put in work tonight. You know what I mean? For real. Because Avicii's a problem. Listen, he's one of the most underrated players. He's a problem. But wait, I thought we wasn't supposed to name names.
I mean,
gotcha. You know, I'm messing with you. You know, I'm messing with you. I'm good with you. I'm just messing with you. But
because the game before today, he had like 30 points.
Yeah, he did. And then he had what? Almost 30 again?
23? No, he had, let me see, I'm looking.
It's like 20 plus tonight. Yeah, he almost had 30 again tonight.
Yeah.
Now, we had more assists than Portland, 27-20, as you heard Sis say earlier. That was another big stat. Here, for the second game in a row, the Knicks led in steals, 12-6, which is showing you, like I said, PJ Tucker, I don't know what you telling the locker room, my guy, but keep telling them what it is, because that shit working right now. You got them Knicks playing defense right now. Even with these kind of games, we still holding teams to 113, and that's still around our average. So guess what? Keep doing it, PJ. Keep them playing that kind of defense. I don't know what you're saying, bro, but it's working because they're playing defense.
Not only the steals, but we forced 23 turnovers.
I'm telling you, actually. Oh, it's saying 25 here on ESPN.
Oh, they must have got updated then.
Yeah, I think it might have, because ESPN saying Portland had 25 turnovers.
That's a lot.
And they gave up 31 points off of them turnovers to us too. So that's another big stat that turned this game around. The Knicks won the fast break points and points in the paint, which you heard Sis talk about last live.
Yep.
And you heard Sis say this on last live. That was one of the keys to winning this game, was points in the paint. The Knicks won that battle 58-44. What's going on, AP? Shout out to you for the pull-up, man.
Because when you think about it, points in the paint it correlates directly with assists. It's ball movement.
Of course it does.
That's what we're doing.
It always will correlate with assists unless guys are just taking shots. You know what I mean? You know, but as you've seen the last few games, there's been a lot of ball movement with the New York Knicks. The ball is moving. The offense is getting more fluid. And of course, shout out my guy Frankie Fingers in the building. You know what it is. Word up. You know? Let me see. Did I get everything? I think I got everything. Yeah, but so guys, this road trip is almost over, y'all. I know these late games kill everybody, including us. You know what I mean? We only got one more late game to deal with coming up, and that's Friday. That's against the Warriors. After that, we should be in the clear for a minute for some earlier games, so we can come up be on earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this late night thing, you know what I mean? It's rough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But we still here. We still gonna give y'all this content. You feel me? That's what we do. All right?
Thanks. So I think we go home after the Warriors game for one game, and then we back on the road again.
For two, right? Yeah, it should be a 2-game road trip, and then 2 or 3 games at the Garden.
Yeah, they come into San Antonio. You know your girl gonna be in the building.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, Sis would definitely be at that San Antonio game. She already was talking about that earlier in the year. I know she's gonna be there. So yeah, okay. So check this out. Here's the next. I'm gonna just go for the next 5 games. All right, just gonna go. Warriors on Saturday. Then on Monday we play Miami at the Garden. On Wednesday, we go to San Antonio, where you'll see Sis in the stands, giving work to Spurs fans. All right. Back-to-back Thursday against the Hornets. And then Saturday, we play Washington. So, guys, the schedule is about to ease up. Remember, we told y'all earlier in the year, this was the rough part of the stretch right here. January and February was the rough part of our schedule. This was the tail end of everything coming off of January and February. Going into April, our season is about to get that much more easier.
She don't want the work that I'll give
Oh,
her.
Mrs. Spurs don't want that beef. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She don't want that beef. Word, putting people up against the sis. Nah, man, sis got that. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, sis, if you ain't got nothing else to talk about, we could get into this Warriors game a little bit if you want. Or if you got something else you want to bring up, go ahead.
Frank, no. I don't play that.
I was waiting for Frank to be like, nah. I was waiting for Frank to be like, nah. I already knew he was going to say something.
Looking at him, hoping he'll shut me up because I'll be going ham.
Nope. You see what he said? Nope. That's the appropriate answer. Nope. Are we shutting sis up? Nope. You're
but
bugging.
I did want to talk about Cat a little bit because Cat
go right ahead.
Played a great game. And they have bigs that are very active bigs. And Cat played his role today. Not only offensively, but in that overtime. He played some damn defense. So much that I got in the chat and
yes, you do.
To my homeboys, and I'm like, is Cat playing defense? Like, did I just see that shit right? Because I was impressed. And if he could give us that throughout the game, that'll be amazing. We got a little bit of Cat and Mitch, which we need to see more of, especially against teams that have active bigs. Because I think Philip said it earlier, rebounding is the issue. And when the bigs bring Cat out to the three-point line, having Mitch back there is going to be everything we need. Or having two big bodies plus Josh banging for rebounds, it will fix that issue. Yeah. And he had two huge three-pointers in the fourth quarter. Huge
back to back, I might add. Back to back, I might add.
And I'm going to show him. And I'm going to show him.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me see that.
Because...
Look, step in. You see how it's in rhythm, right? You see how it's in rhythm, right? It's in rhythm. Look, look. Do y'all see? Wait. Says pause the video 1 second. Since I want to say one thing before you continue, right? Do y'all see the Knicks players on the bench throwing it up, celebrating every time somebody hit? Do y'all see the team strengthening right now? Do y'all see everybody on the bench like this doing the Brunson Selly? Like, come on, bro. Go ahead, play the video again.
So I pushed it back a little bit because I think it's important. That's fine. You were saying it earlier.
That's the Cat we need on a regular basis. Right there. Shooting just like that. Right? For real. Because, listen,
regardless. And I got more for Cat. More of Cat. Because he
we still on Cat.
Game.
We still on Cat. Pull up them clips. Look, here you go. Look, good fake. That's it. So you see? To the basket. When Cat is aggressive, he's one of the hardest people to stop going downhill. Literally. Even guys on the West said it last year. Joker said it last year about Cat. A couple of the other bigs said it about Cat. When he's going downhill, he's a very tough guy to defend. Very tough.
One more.
And look, Josh Hart causing the steal. Cat picks it up. Look, right down. You see? And this is what we've talked about for a while now here at Knicks N Ish. The defense transitions to offense. That's one of our staples of being a Tibbs team. Our defense affects our offense. You understand? That's Knicks basketball, like Sis says. That's Knicks basketball. You understand? My guy King S in the building. What's really good, man? Happy belated birthday to my guy King S, man.
Happy
Real talk. He
birthday.
know what it is, man. His birthday was the 9th, but he know I had to get him on camera and shout him out. But you already know, my guy. Happy belated birthday, bro. I hope you enjoyed it, man. Real talk. Know what I mean? Knicks is giving us the post game show. That's a fact. That's a fact. We just striving to, be able to do
Improve.
more for you guys and improve on what we do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we here for, AP. We here trying to just improve and strive for better for y'all as well. Don't think we not doing it as well. Because we trying to do it almost every live. You know what I mean? Real
Here
talk.
go Mitch with the defense. This is what we
Mm-hmm.
be talking about when we be saying we missed this.
Look at how he came over. Recognize that the guy's driving, coming right to him. He steps right over and punches it. He like, oh yeah, locked on. You know how Mitch is. Once Mitch lock on, it's over. Mitch is like, yep, locked on. Wow, get that out of here.
We appreciate all that love, AP.
Definitely. We definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? You
And
could have been
then
anywhere
before
else
we
in the
get
world.
to talking about the games, I think we need to talk about the Mikal comments about minutes with Tibbs.
Okay.
So
And
today there was an article by the New York Post, go figure,
all
saying
right.
that Mikal spoke to Tibbs and said that the starters don't need to be playing so many minutes, that the bench should get more minutes because they have the talent. Tibbs, before the show today, says he hasn't talked to Mikal about it, but he's doing what needs to happen to win games, and that Cat and JB are like in the 20s in leading minutes this season, and so it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like the media and social media influencers just make bigger deals than what needs to be done, right? Like, okay, if
Mm-hmm.
Mikal went and talked to his coach about that, then who cares? But guess what? He's still gonna play the 40 minutes that Tibbs has his ass in the game. Do
Yep.
I agree with Mikal when I feel like the bench should get more minutes? Absolutely, because they have the talent. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Agreed.
But to be realistic, we're competing to win basketball games, right? And if winning basketball games means that our starters that are hot, that are outscoring everybody's starters have to play 40 minutes, 35 minutes, then that's just what has to happen to win. Because guess what? The same fans that are complaining and are the minute police will be the same fans bitching and moaning when we lose because the bench plays, right? Because
Exactly.
they're the same ones saying we have a weak ass bench. So if we have
Exactly.
a weak ass bench, then why you want them in the game? Make it make sense, because the math ain't mathing to Miss Knicks.
Yeah. That's just a complete oxymoronic statement right there. It's like, what was the point of even coming out with that statement? You know what I mean? But since we on the subject, right, sis? Let's look at the current minute leaders of the NBA, right? Since we
Happy
talking about it,
anniversary,
right?
Wilton.
Yes. Happy wedding anniversary to you and the Mrs. Wilton. We appreciate you for pulling up, for subscribing and always being here when you can. Much appreciated, man. Happy anniversary to you and your Mrs. Man. Real talk, Wilton. But sis, let's look at the current minute leaders of the NBA, right? Since we on that subject, right?
It's
Now,
Josh, right?
no, it's actually Cat right now. It's not
Oh.
Josh. It's not Josh. It's Cat. Here, let's go down the list. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cat is 9th in the league in minutes right now at 35.1. Okay. Here I said 9th in minutes, right? And that's out of all the players with who can be added onto the stat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next Knicks player on this list, right? you're going to have to look a minute down this list to find the next Knicks player in minutes. You know why? Because as we look at it, the minutes gap has gotten wider with, remember, our guys we used to have two guys in the top 10 of minutes, right? Now, Brunson's had the injury, so naturally his numbers are going to pull him out of that top 10 now, right? But remember, you also had Mikal Bridges in the top 20 after that. But guess what? You don't even have Mikal Bridges in the top 20 anymore. You want to know how far down the list the next Knicks player is? Here, let me give you an idea. I had to hit show more just to see. That should tell you something, right? If I got to hit show more, that should tell you something. Now, Cat's ninth, right? I got to scroll all the way down this list for a while to see the next Knicks player. In fact, I got to hit show more again. So that should tell you that despite everybody complaining, okay, the next Knick is Deuce McBride now. And he's way down the list. I can't even give you a number. That's how far down the list he is. Probably like 200 or something. I don't know, because it's down there. I ain't even going to hold you. It's down there. It's down there wild, too. For real. Because there's no other Knicks player in between Cat and Deuce on this list. So, again, despite the Jalen Brunson injury, don't necessarily say that the guys have been playing all these minutes. Yes, early in the season, they did. We're not disagreeing with y'all on that fact. But what we're telling y'all is that Tibbs has shifted away from that. And you could see it. The stats that I just told you is proving it. All right? Now the Jalen Brunson injury is one thing, okay? But as far as who played these last couple of games, notice most of the starters is playing 35 to 40, but you got other guys getting more than 15 minutes now. Where most games, these other guys ain't even getting 15 minutes. Shaman's averaging about 20 minutes a game. Mitch right now is averaging 20 minutes a game. Campaign averages 15 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. You know what I mean? Our players, our players have played a lot of minutes, yes, but this second half of the season, numbers have gone down. Whether you may think so or not, numbers have gone down.
So since we're talking about minutes,
yes,
we should mention the Channing Frye bullshit stuff.
I'm glad you go ahead. I'm glad
let me read what Channing Frye said. He said, "There's no way you can go dumb hard for 40 minutes every single night in a game. That's why it's frustrating, because the Knicks have all the talent in the world. Every year it's a repeat thing of, oh man, the Knicks are really good. Oh hamstring, oh foot, oh hamstring, knees. They must have a deal with the doctor. What is going on? Give them a chance to be great. You need a break. Just give the starters 35 minutes. Let's be clear. The majority of our injuries this season were not overplayed minutes injuries. Mm-hmm. Mitch was out because of some bullshit Joel Embiid did last season.
Yeah.
Right? There's no way you blame Jalen's ankle injury on minutes played. Because if Jalen would have played 30 minutes, we were in an overtime game. Jalen was going to be in that game. Mm-hmm. And ankle injuries are part of basketball, right? It's part of sports, period. Right? That's not nothing that you can... There's nothing you could do about it, except maybe wear high-ass sneakers to try and help. But your ankle's still going to turn.
Facts.
Right? Especially when you're moving as fast as Jalen moves. He's in the paint with bigger guys. He's getting double and triple team. So that's not only 2 feet he could freaking step on. That's 4 or 6 feet he could step on. But it's just absurd to me that you would go and say some shit like this without really having facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a hamstring injury could be minutes. It could be someone not stretching well. It could be wear and tear from years of playing basketball. It could be nothing. It could be just
spontaneous,
right? Like,
happen out of
so,
nowhere.
right. Foot injuries are the same as ankle injuries. It happens.
Yep.
But guess what? Maybe you couldn't play 40 minutes, Channing Frye, but our guys could play 40 minutes. And guess what? In the playoffs, don't the team size shorten? Don't the roster shorten up in the playoffs?
12-man roster.
So are we not preparing them to play in the playoffs? We're almost there. But I get it. You know, people need ratings and they got to have the Knicks all up in their mouth. You know, we just live rent-free in people's heads. But, like, when you say some shit, like, be valid with the shit you say.
Word. Now, I want to go back to one thing that me and Kev touched on a minute ago, right? For the record, Channing Frye, right? If you look back at the 90s, right? Almighty Finesse, what's good? What's going on, man? If you look back at the 90s, right? Because everybody talking about how our starters is playing 40 minutes, right? If you go back to the 90s, to all the stars of the 90s, guess what? I guarantee you 75 to 85% of those stars in the 90s averaged 40 minutes a game for an entire season or two. Do you know how many stars me and Kev went through and named names? If Kev was here, he'd tell you. Because we actually went through it one day on a video chat. Because there was a whole discussion about, the Knicks starters playing 40 minutes. Don't you think they playing too much? But wait, in the 90s, the stars were playing 40 minutes. The Michael Jordans, the Gary Paytons, the Karl Malones, the Sean, they was playing 40 minutes a game, averaging that for seasons. You understand? So to me, let's talk about our stars playing 40 minutes. Y'all might as well save it. Because at the end of the day, the stars of the 90s did it.
Facts. And I gotta say what T-Top said in our chat earlier today.
Go ahead.
He said, "You're dirt, Channing Frye.
Facts.
No one's gonna ask you to play 40 minutes because you're dirt."
Word. Like, I remember all Channing Frye, all you was.
He said, and we know because you were a Knick. You're dirt.
Facts. All you was good for was the occasional 3-point shot, Channing Frye. Let's be real. All right. We watched you too. You was stinking up the joint.
And
at the guard.
Yes,
my guy.
Big yes. Card.
Big yes. Let me get that Knicks card, Channing Frye. You're done for. Thank you. In the pocket. Know what I mean? Don't forget, everybody. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. Know what I mean? Don't forget. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you new and you like what you're seeing over here. You know what I'm saying? So, since we're getting close to that time, now I think we could talk about the Warriors now. All right. So, as y'all know, we play the Warriors on Fridays. Thursday tomorrow. I'm a day ahead for some reason.
No, we play them on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. See, I was a day ahead. See, I told you. I told you I was a day ahead. Nah, we do play them on Saturday. It's good that we get a couple of days of rest going into that game. For purposes of cis aesthetics, I'm not going to name names with this, but I will say that there are some guys that the Knicks need to contain. Y'all know the names already. This is the Warriors we talking about. Y'all know the names. All right. I ain't got to say too much about the names, but we got to contain those names. All right. And this is the key part of the Warriors now. We got to contain their supporting cast because their supporting cast has really come of age this season, where a lot of people said the Warriors fell off after the departure of Klay Thompson. And it looks like they're starting to surge again since they made that recent trade they made. All right. So what we need to do is defend the 3-point line this game. The last time we played the Warriors, they demolished us in the second half with the 3-pointers. We can't allow that to happen. We got to play defense for the whole 48 minutes this time around. Because in that first game, they played well in the first half, playing defense. The Knicks played well. We just fell off the second half. They didn't be consistent enough in that second half for us to win the game. All right. And I'm going to say it like this. Deuce, I need you to step up again, like you did last year in Golden State with that big 20-plus point game. I need another one of those from you on Saturday, Deuce. Real talk. You're more than capable, my guy. You're more than capable. You feel me? Us real Knicks fans, we know you got it. You got the wheel right now. Do your thing, Deuce. Come out and do your thing, bro. Real talk. I know you watch us because you follow us, bro. I know you watch us, my guy. So just hear me out, bro. Need you to drop 20 plus on Steph Curry on Saturday. Real talk. Sis, what you think? Talk to me, sis.
I mean, it's going to be a tough game, but I agree. I think we played them well the first half of the last game we just played. I think it's always harder when you play games so close. It's always harder to win that second game, right? Because you kind of already know what the game plan is. So I think we need to use that to our advantage. The fact that we already just played them. We know what they about. They don't know us because Cat didn't play that game.
Mm-hmm.
So while you need Deuce to come out, me and T-Time, we need Cat to drop 50 on Draymond's head. 50.
Oh, I was just about to say, all y'all people who said Cat ain't playing because of Jimmy Butler. So when Cat step on that court on Saturday and put in work on Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna need all y'all naysayers to take a back seat and sit down.
Facts.
Because Cat gonna put in work. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Cat's gonna put in work in Golden State.
Facts.
Know what I mean? There's
But
no question.
I think if we play how we've been playing, moving the ball, that puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
That's a fact.
I think
And
we move the ball and we play smart, we're gonna win.
I agree. And I think this is another game for Mikal Bridges to do his thing once again. I think a lot of it should flow through Mikal Bridges this game as well. Because he's going to have an advantage. Yes, they're going to have the advantage.
Because I think Kuminga's still out.
Yes, he's out. I think he's out for the year.
Draymond Green is playing center. So he's going to be defending Cat.
Mm-hmm.
They got Jimmy Butler listed as a power forward. There's no way he's gonna guard. There's no way he's gonna guard OG.
And you know OG is gonna draw Jimmy Butler on defense anyway. So
there's no way he's gonna guard OG.
I just want to see OG keep Jimmy Butler under 15. That's all I want to see. If he can keep Jimmy Butler under 15, I'm not worried about Steph Curry having 30, 40. But you see, it's the other things that he does well that can kill teams. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you got to contain him. Well. That's a fact. He's good for like 4 to 6 assists every game. You know, and you got to contain that. And here's the other thing about him you need to contain. This guy gets a lot of baskets off of just cuts. Just cutting to the basket, right? I need OG to front him all game and take the lane away. Because you take the lane away, now you're limiting Jimmy Butler to jump shots. That's where I need y'all at. Limit them to jump shots. And we good. Trust me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we getting a dub. It may not be easy, but we going to get a dub.
That's a fact. I agree.
I mean, these last two games have shown our character. You know what I mean? And so the Knicks gonna remember they beat up on us that second half. And they better come out and act like they know. I think we'll be fine. If we hold,
Yeah.
even if Steph Curry goes off, because he's Steph Curry,
Yeah.
if you put the clamps on Butler and Buddy Hield, we be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We be
I
good.
agree. So you named the major players anyway but you see, you gotta be careful with their role players too, because role players like, and I don't want to name too many names for sis kill me, all right? I don't want to name too many names because sis gonna kill me. But there are a few guys on their bench that can come in and score, and they got a couple of shooters on there that are, their game is developing.
And
You
we
know what
do
I'm
too,
saying?
though. And we do
That's a
too.
fact. And you see,
We match
and
that shit. Because campaign
that's
could go off any night. Sham it.
that's
Sham it.
I told you she know what I'm about to say. I keep telling y'all she know what I'm about to say. You don't understand the connection the
Kevion
panel
Looney,
has.
he's not going to
Go
fuck with
ahead.
Mitch.
Nah, I don't see it.
Kevin
I don't
Knox,
see that.
we
He ain't even playing. Kevin Knox. I can't believe he just said that name. Here she is getting mad at me about this. She going name Kevin Knox. What? Get this bum out of here, man. Wow.
No,
But I will.
like I say it every show. We play our game, we winning. We
You win.
winning.
That's a fact.
We
That's a
need
fact.
with them in particular, we have to keep our pace. Because they
Yeah.
like playing very fast paced, getting guys off of these picks to get Steph Curry open. All these double, triple picks they be setting for him, and he be running around like Speedy Gonzalez everywhere. We got to slow that
Yeah.
down, right? We need to
But the
pick
man.
them up full court. Don't let them get crazy, and just play our pace of basketball. We play our pace of basketball. They done with.
Yeah, we gotta the keys is gonna be getting back on defense after a basket. I'm gonna tell you,
Right,
they gonna come right back at us. They did that in
right.
the
They're gonna
first
try
game.
and force the pace.
Yeah. Come right back at us. Guys just gotta get back and make sure they get set on defense before they even get the ball down there. That's gonna be the key. It's just us getting back on D. That's gonna help keep them from running on those transition, and it
Mhm,
limits them and they fast break offense. So
mhm.
you know what I mean?
And,
Like,
and I'm gonna say this: if Draymond want to get crazy and get physical, bro, throw PJ Tucker in the motherfucking game.
big facts. Big facts.
Throw
And
him,
I wouldn't be surprised.
let him body his ass real quick, and then put him back on the bench.
I wouldn't be
This is what
surprised
you
if
bring
Tibbs.
guys like PJ Tucker
Yeah,
in for.
Tibbs. I like Tibbs to put him on the floor. I would. I would like to see PJ Tucker on the floor because I think he can bring he can bring a defensive element to us and the transition. He's done it with the other teams he's on. We'll try that. We'll try that, big bro. We're gonna try that. We're gonna try that one
But
of
I'm
these.
gonna
I
say
might
this,
do that.
Jimmy J. I'm gonna say this because there's been plenty of episodes that we've said shit, and
Yeah.
the next game, the Knicks go out and do the shit that we say.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, it does. It does. Cause like sis referenced earlier, the whole Mitch and Cat playing together thing. That was one thing we mentioned last live. And you saw some of it tonight. I ain't saying like you
Just a
saw,
little
you
bit.
know what I mean? You saw some of it, you know what I mean? But the only reason why we brought us because we're hoping to see more of it. We need to
Facts.
see more of it. You know what I mean? Because that's just only gonna make our offense better to me
Facts.
and to the rest of the panel as well.
Facts.
Because they agree with my view on that as well. You know. Sis, you good? Anything else?
No, I'm just happy we're winning again, and just buying time for JB to come back.
That's a fact. We
But
almost
you know
there.
what? Like my homeboy said, he said, his injury might be a blessing in disguise. And I agree. Like it's building team morale right now. It's showing that, other guys are capable. Um,
Hmm.
and I
We
feel
bring
like
it.
JB is the type of player that when he's put back in after these 2 weeks and these guys meshing, he'll fit right in because he just wants to win. So he'll do whatever it takes to win. And trust me, I know he's at home dissecting these games.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we don't want him injured. Of course not, right? But it's building our team. Because think about it. Many of games, JB and Cat had to play superhero Knicks, right? Like it was all
Mm-hmm.
left on them. The other guys were giving you a little bit here or there, a sprinkle of offense, but it was mainly running through them. Now you see other guys stepping up and showing they're capable of winning. We've seen it even with JB passing to OG for the game winner, right? Like he
Yep.
believes in the guys. So now it's them just building that confidence so that they can continue to be, you know, give us what we need to win. Right? Of course, the
Yeah.
offense is going to look different with JB playing. Yes, we all know that. But JB trusts the team enough. It's just a matter of building that confidence. And I think they're getting it, right? Like two games, two separate games, both of our wings hit game winners. Um, JB can hit game winners. Cat hits huge baskets today. It's great to see. And again, I don't wish any injury on him or any injury on any of the guys, but I think this may have been what we needed.
Definitely was what we needed. I think, it's always good to see that the offense is pretty much producing at the same level without the captain playing. I mean, if you look at the score of the last couple of games, yo, we dropped 133 on the Kings with no Jalen Brunson. Now imagine if Brunson plays, that's 160 right there, y'all.
Easy.
If Brunson
Easy.
plays. Because Brunson's gonna drop 25.
Facts.
All right. Let's be real. So again, and the other thing y'all gotta remember, this isn't even the finished product of the Knicks yet. That's the best part of all of this. This is not the final product yet. What you're getting from the New York Knicks. The Knicks have 40 plus wins, and we're not even a finished product. What are we talking about, fans? I'm gonna need y'all to get behind your team, y'all. What's really good? Y'all need to get behind your team. Imagine if the chemistry was all the way up. This is easily a 60-win season. No, I'm not exaggerating. I'm giving y'all the facts. This is a 60-win season. If we was all the way healthy and guys was playing at the highest level they play at, and we had 100% team chemistry. We're barely at like 75% team chemistry right now, and we won 40 plus games? Knicks fans, what are y'all complaining about?
And just to put in perspective too, we're 6-1 in overtime games this season.
I'm saying.
If that doesn't tell you that we figure out a way to win, I don't know what else tells you.
I'm saying, like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. Knicks fans, get 10 toes down on your team.
AP, right now, they ahead of us. We're in regular season. I'm going to say it like I said it last season. OKC is too young.
I'm about to say?
OKC is too young.
Yeah.
OKC is too young. Shit changes when you can hit the playoffs. We all know that. And Celtics and Cavaliers, not for nothing, one of them is going to have the fight of their life with Detroit in the playoffs.
And let's be real. Cleveland still got to prove themselves in the playoffs.
Facts. Because right now, exactly. And to be honest, although Boston are the champions, they ain't play that good all playoffs last year.
Exactly.
They played all right up until the finals, but really Dallas played like shit in the finals.
That's big facts. That is big facts.
But again, that we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We got to focus on finishing as strong as we can right now, continuing to build team chemistry, continuing to trust each other, and
that's
take it one game at a time, because right now we don't even know who we will play in the playoffs, because playoffs is really all about matchups.
And
Who
guess
matches?
what? You just brought the top. You just segued into what I was going to talk about, right? Now, what she's saying is this, y'all, and I'm sorry to cut you off, sis. I apologize.
No, you're good.
If you look at 3 through 6 in the East right now, right? Let's be real. Knicks is third. But 4, 5, and 6, Milwaukee, Indiana, Detroit, all are 5.5 behind us. So, to Sis's point, we're not gonna know who we playing possibly until the final day of the regular season if records stay
I mean,
like
I'll tell
this.
you who I want to see, but that's just
I already
me.
know who you. I already
Because
know
I
who
want
you
to
gonna
run that
say.
shit back with the Pacers.
With the
Because I want to give
Pacers,
them
I
the
already know.
business.
You see? How do I know?
I want to give them the business because they talk hella
Yeah,
shit. Halliburton talks hella shit.
and
And
they got
they
swept by
barely beat.
Boston.
They barely beat the most unhealthiest Knicks team you could play. So I want to run it back with them.
You went 7 games with 8 Knicks players. Let's be real. 8 Knicks players for 7 games. Now, mind you, to bring up a point about Sis earlier, the Knicks played well last year without Julius Randle, right? Y'all
Facts.
remember that, right? January, February. Y'all remember that, right?
Well,
Right? Well,
February, March.
yeah, you're right. February, March,
Because he
right?
went
You
out
remember?
January
'Cause,
27th.
yeah, the Heat game, yeah. We played well during that stretch without Julius Randle, right? So why can't we have a stretch where we play well without Jalen Brunson? I don't
Facts.
understand it. You know? But is Tommy T
No.
coaching for a job? No.
No.
No. He got extended. He ain't coaching for nothing. He already got extended.
I
They
think
extended Tommy T.
as much as people hate Thibodeau for whatever reason, bro, he's the best coach we've had since the fucking 90s.
Let's be
He's the
real.
best coach we've had since the 90s. And this front, see what these Knicks and the front office and coaching staff are so connected outside of the Knicks, right? They're connected with the CAA. They're all intertwined. I doubt that they make a move like that. Now, if the Knicks get swept in the first round, then I say, yeah, maybe they'll talk about it. But if we get past the first round into the second round, maybe past the second round, he's not going nowhere. Because who else? Who else is going to coach us? The team that we have not only is built around Jalen, it's built around Thibodeau. These are all Thibodeau guys. So I don't think another coach can come in and get the production from them that he gets because they are all his guys. So you can't tell me they all weren't handpicked by him.
Facts. I've touched on that a number of times. You got to bring in Tibbs guys. Nino Black, what's really good, my guy? It's really good with you. Yeah, do remember Tommy T got extended through 2027, 2028 in the off season. He got a 3-year extension. Remember, he brought us. We had a 50-win season with him a couple years ago. Well, last year, right?
Last year.
Last year, number 2 seed. You see, I be thinking it'd be so far past and it'd be right there. Like last year, 50-win season, second seed.
We on track to hit 50 wins again. Because we on track better than last year. Last year we turned up at the very, very end.
Yeah. This year we're almost there. A little ahead of the end, actually. Pokemon Center. Larry's name. Shout out. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Pokemon Center in the building. Yeah, honestly, they wouldn't even extended him if he wasn't staying, y'all. Let's be real.
Right.
They wouldn't even offer him the 3-year extension, especially with Mikal Bridges still to sign a contract. Why would you give Tommy T a contract then if Mikal Bridges ain't signed? Because Tommy T ain't going nowhere. That's why. Let's be real.
So, AP, so here's the thing. You got to think about it. He's still coach. This is the first year he's coaching this team. This is a
Mm-hmm.
whole different team than last season. And they
Yeah.
were a whole different team than the season before and the season before that. Every
Yeah.
season that he's been our coach, there's been a significant change that changes the dynamics of the team. You comparing us to teams like Cleveland and Boston who have played together for their core has played together for an extended period of time. We're in year one. Yes, JB has been here. Josh, this is what his third year, second, 2.5 years.
2.5.
Mikal, this is his first year. Cat, this is his first year. And those two, and this is what OG's first complete year, right?
Yeah.
Yes, first complete year.
Because remember,
So
we got him before the trade deadline last year.
in January, right, of last
Yeah,
year.
after the Pacers game, remember?
Right. So picking up Mikal and Cat changed the dynamics of the way the offense and defense flows from last year's team. So you got to give it time. Like it got to mesh. And like we said, they're still trying to figure it out while winning basketball games.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
so I don't think if we get eliminated, let's say second round, that he loses his job. I think at this point, if we get bounced out of the playoffs, you re-sign Mikal. Now we have our true core again, and then figure out what other role pieces we need to make us better. But you got to give the core time to work out.
but my thing is, it's like Sis just said. You haven't seen the best version of this team yet, and we're ahead of last year's pace. You know what that means? That means that this team has the potential to be even better than last year's team already, just by from what you're seeing on the court with this raw, unfinished product. Let's be real. Now, imagine if this was a finished product. I could see us winning almost 60 games.
Right.
Honestly.
Imagine having Mitch in from the beginning of the season.
Oh, Mitch playing
Remember, the
30 minutes a
majority of
game?
our
Oh,
games
forget
we
about
lost
it.
is based off of defense. We lost because of
Facts.
defense.
Facts. And Mitch playing 30 minutes a game, NBA, yeah, y'all don't notice. Don't let Mitch get back to 30 minutes a game. I'm telling y'all right now, it's ugly. It's ugly for the NBA. Because, listen, once Mitch gets out of this minutes restriction and Tibbs starts putting him on the floor with
And
Cat
it's
at the
slowly
four,
going up. He had 19 minutes today.
exactly. He's gone up from
Like a couple of
15 the other
minutes
day.
every game. Yep.
Yeah, to like 17, to like 18, to like 19 tonight.
Yep.
He'll be over 20 next week, I'm sure.
Yep.
He'll be over 20. Now, once he gets to that 30-minute mark, the league better watch out. Because now you're making Cat a lethal weapon at 4. I'm telling you, watch. When Cat start playing 4 on a normal basis, it's going to go right back to how he was in Minnesota, but even better.
Yep. And you
Because
know
he's
one
having a
play
career
that I
year.
liked today that I saw?
Yeah. Go ahead.
When Josh threw up that alley-oop for OG, I'm like, oh, this is what we doing. Oh, this is what we doing. Because all I'm thinking about is, bro, throw a lob up to Mitch. Just throw that sucker up to Mitch because you already know what time it is.
Yeah.
So it's good to see, though, those type of offensive plays that we don't normally see because JB runs the offense. It's good to see it play out.
But now I want to also add on that too, because even JB is coming out of that shell and is more and more working on passing the ball more to the other guys and trying to get everybody involved. Because again,
No. Yeah, he does that, but he doesn't throw alley-oops.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. And no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying he's trying to incorporate that more into his game because we don't see that often from JB. That's a fact. But you starting to see him try it more this year. That's why his turnovers are up a little bit because he's trying that more. He's trying to get everybody involved more. That's why his turnovers is up. That's why his assists are up. Remember, assists and turnovers, you can correlate with each other. They're always correlated as stats together. Assist to turnover ratio, anybody? You know what I'm saying? But I'm good, sis. If you ain't got nothing else.
We appreciate y'all for rocking with us because it
That's a
is
big
almost
fact.
3 in the morning on the East Coast. That's love.
Big facts. Big facts. Shout out to everybody who pulled up this morning. You know, it was very late, but we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us as always with your favorite Knicks N Ish panel and just showing y'all support on a late like this. Y'all truly appreciate it. Don't forget, we are what, 12 away from 500 right now? I believe. Something like that. Sis will give me a number in a second. We're somewhere to the tune of 12 away, 12 subscribers away from 500 subs.
11
When we get
subscribers away.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. This is just an update. She just updated me. So we are at 489 subscribers right now, y'all. We're trying to get to 500 so that when we get to 500, Tea Time is going to announce the Cats Bodega t-shirt limited edition drop coming to the Knicks N Ish Shopify account. There will be 10 t-shirts made. It is a first come, first serve basis. So once we hit 500, y'all, and Tea Time makes the announcement, you're going to see these lovely shirts that Sis has up on the screen. It will be a first come, first serve purchase on Cats Bodega's limited edition t-shirt drop. The first 10 people who make their purchase is going to receive it. So do us a solid and help us get to 500 subscribers so we can get this heat out to y'all ASAP. Right?
To tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell your friend, to tell your kids, to tell your parents and your brothers and sisters to hit that subscribe button.
That's a big fact. You know what I'm saying? And do remember, we will be live again Saturday evening after the Warriors game. It'll probably be on a late night like this. That'll be a last night like for a little minute. But again, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us on these late night games as well.
Well, actually, the Warriors game is a 7:30 my time, so 8:30 y'all time game.
Oh, so it'll be a little earlier.
All right, earlier. We might come on at midnight.
I was about to say, yeah, something like that. Maybe 11:30. I don't know. It depends. We'll work it out, and y'all have a time from us soon. All right, don't worry about that. But as always, man, don't forget, y'all. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing's always caring. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you got your bell set to all so you get notifications. Like to thank everybody for coming out. And as always, we'll see y'all in the next live. Sis, hit the outro for me.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives, I'm cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to Precinct.